How do we distinguish the truth from something that's not true? So the key to figuring out what's truth, says the pasuk, Svas emes tikun la'ad. Something that's durable, something that lasts, is true. V'ad argia l'shon shoker. Lies only work while there is a certain problem that needs to be covered by the lies. But eventually, lies fall apart. The purpose of our spiritual tradition, the purpose of the Torah, the way that we received it, is to connect us to a truth that will endure forever. And so we have access to wisdom that's been around for thousands of years. And within that wisdom, there's a kernel of truth, that when somebody finds that truth, then he's connected to the ultimate truth. And these are words that we can say. It's very hard to contemplate what that really means and what it really looks like. Because essentially what we're really talking about is not a Greek philosophical type of way of finding truth, where you argue it out, you speak it over, you hear all the different sides and you come to a conclusion. That's not true. Truth is a way of experience. Experiencing truth means experiencing life in the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu intended for it to be experienced. That's the nature of truth. And that truth requires a certain type of brain function. First, it requires a certain type of brain development, and then it requires a certain type of brain maintenance, where a person could have the appropriate tools to interact with reality in the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu intended for it to be, in the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created it to be. And in order for us to be able to achieve that goal, the Midas Adin gets involved in our reality more strongly, more intimately than for any other nation. Even though our goal is to be Moed the Midas HaRachamim, and this is why we see in all our tefillos and everything that we do is to be Moed the Midas HaRachamim, but the reason we cling to the Midas HaRachamim so strongly, the reason we're always looking for the Midas HaRachamim is because we got a heavy dose of Midas Hadin. And what does it mean, Midas Hadin? It means we can't run away from reality. We're tied to it. Unless we're going to work it out, it's going to hurt. And this is what happened to us over thousands of years of Golus, that we took such a heavy dose of Midas Hadin that we caused ourselves suffering wherever we went. Our way of thinking, our way of understanding, our way of interacting with life attracted pain. It attracted suffering. And this is why we'll see in the davening constantly that the word emes gets inserted in many different places. And for example, we say in the Nesana Toike, we say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'hichon b'chesed kisacho, right? We prepare HaKadosh Baruch Hu's kisei with chesed, v'seshev olav be'emes. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sits on it with truth. Because the truth is the ultimate goal. If we don't have truth, we don't have nothing. We just have an imagined reality. So no matter how pleasurable something might be, no matter how good it might feel while we're experiencing the imagination, if it's not based on truth, it's not really our friend, because eventually we'll have to wake up to the truth. We'll have to reconcile with the truth. And that's the nature of Rosh Hashanah. And that's also the nature of a human being, that when suddenly he realizes a certain reality that he wasn't aware of, sometimes that could bring him into the Midas Hadins. So the instructions that we have for Rosh Hashanah, the instructions that we have for this experience, is that we want to be Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What does it mean to be Mamlech? It means to recognize that He created everything that He created in perfection. That means being Mamlech HaKadosh Baruch Hu, giving Him the rite of passage, telling Him that we recognize His truth. We know that He is true and we're not, because we can't understand the truth yet. And through that, we can be happy on the Yom Adin. We say the Yom Adin is doing us a favor. The Yom Adin is bringing us closer to Him. It's bringing us closer to the truth. And so, the Yom Adin is a time for us to wake up from our opinions. It's a time for us to wake up from what we think life is. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu has something much better in store. We've tried our way, and it doesn't work. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking from us, see it how I see it. See the truth. Idvarcha emes v'kaim la'ad. The reason we can speak about these things still today is because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so true that those who saw the truth then, thousands of years ago, know us better than we know ourselves now. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu's word is emes, idvarcha emes, v'kaim la'ad. It stays forever, emes. The truth stays forever. And it's our relationship with it that needs to be strengthened. The reason we have Rosh Hashanah is so that our mind, our spirit, our neshama can reconcile with the truth. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us all, that we should be able to open our eyes, we should be able to see life for what it is. We should be able to develop those areas in our brain that are necessary so that we can have chayas, so that we can have pleasure from the spiritual. And it should give us the ultimate geula.